like Clark, I can't stop. Fuck around, make my 40 pop. No popcorn, I pop pistols. Reaming my body, clothing no issue. Bitch, you look sick, you need a tissue. You drop a body, I just might bless you. I'm metrosexual.
Yo, what is going on, everyone? It's Wraith here, back with another video. Now, in today's video, I'm basically going to be talking about how to get a high kill game or even beat your kill record in Season 11 or Fortnite Chapter 2. Now, I've got a ton of comments, and I've even noticed it myself. It is way harder to get kills nowadays just because the map is so much bigger. No one really knows where to land because no one really knows where the hot drops are and what really is the best places. So it's just kind of a little bit of a scramble right now, but I'm going to try and break it down for you and try my best to help you guys get your high skill game or even just a really high kill game. So if you're looking forward to this, make sure you slap a like button on this video. Comment what you want to see for a future video. Again, whatever you guys are curious or want me to make a video about, I will do it. Just let me know. And make sure you use creator code WraithFN in the item shop, and let's get right into it. So the first question you basically need to ask yourself and see what is up is you got to find out and obviously know what your highest kill game is so far. Because that kind of realizes how we need to work, how aggressive you need to be, what kind of play style you have to have throughout the game, and when you need to push people. So it's kind of a little bit different from if you're a high kill game 6 kills or it's 21, right? So basically, let's just go with an average like example of, let's say 7, let's go 7 or 8 kills basically, okay? So we'll do the lower end and then we'll do the higher end. So if you have 7 or 8 kills, basically your whole goal should be try and get 3 or 4 kills off spawn, 2 or 3 end game or middle game kills where basically you just run across them and find people, and then maybe 2 or 3 end game kills, which again will probably hopefully beat your kill record. That way you know you don't have to push people. If you're low, you can take a little bit of time farming up mats or going and finding heals and POIs or random spots, whatever the case is. But if we're saying you're maybe kill record 16, 17, maybe in the 20 bombs, then it becomes a little bit more difficult because basically you need to have an extremely aggressive playstyle. You don't have time to get mats, you don't have really time to go look for heals. Basically, you got to push everyone you see, which I will talk about in a little bit. So basically, the number one tip is figure out what your kill record is and what you need to get, and then we can move on from there. So the next tip I'm going to basically say is play arena. And this kind of goes back to you got to be aggressive and you don't really have time to look for heals or mats. So basically, if you play arena, you get health per kill as well as you get mats per kill, which is extremely important because I know sometimes even in solo, even if they're not a very good player, sometimes they get a lucky shot on you or they L2 spam you or something and you get dropped down to like 80 HP, 70 HP, or sometimes really low like 25, 30 HP. And after that, you're kind of screwed. So basically, you have to go look for heals. You play a little bit more passive because you're not really in a good position. When you're going for a high kill game, though, like I said in the first tip, you don't really have time to look for heals or look for mats, especially if you need to get like a really high kill game like 18, 17, whatever the case is, right? So it's very important to play arena. You can just play solos, but you're gonna have to play a little bit more smart because you're not going to be able to take as much damage. So next tip is a big one, and this is probably the most important thing to get a high kill game or beat your record, is you have to hot drop. So hot dropping is basically means you drop on the first POI of the map, which is a point of interest. So places basically with name branded like Retail Row, places like that, basically Slurpy Swamps and things like that. So basically you need to drop the first place because that's more likely where more people are going to go. As of right now, there's not really one place that just seems like is the biggest POI. Like obviously in season 5, 6, 7, blah blah, it was tilted. Then at the end of the seasons it was kind of tilted / retail, and then a little bit of Neo, and then mostly it was just retail and Pleasant. But again, right now we don't really have one definitive place. a lot of the POIs is just kind of everyone's kind of just landing there, trying different places out, seeing what places they like, see where a lot of people go. So right now, the only way you can really kind of get a lot of kills off spawn is by just hot dropping, and obviously it is really hard to beat your kill record to get a high kill game if you don't land at a hot drop. So for example, if you just land halfway across the map at kind of underrated place and even get one kill, you're not in a very good shape. You basically need to be getting 2 to 3, and depending on your kill record, like I said, if it's really high, 4 or 5 kills off spawn if possible. So now this is kind of a very important tip, and it's basically about rotating to mid game and late game to get yourself as many kills as possible. So once you clear your spawn, and if you die, no big deal, just hop back in another game. But those games that you clear and you get a good RNG and you just clear off spawn and get 3 or 4 kills, basically you can't again just sit there and loot. You got to rotate as quick as possible. Sure, you can break the odd tree here or there, but the longer you take the farm, the less amount of people are left and the less amount of kills you can get. And try when rotating, this is a big one, is basically try to rotate to the middle of the map, because that's where most likely more people are going to be, and you'll end up getting a zone and you can just see more people. Also, try to rotate through other POIs. So for example, if you land, I don't know, somewhere like the hedges, if you try and rotate through Pleasant or something like that, there's more of a chance that more people could be fighting there because they're still doing their spawn fight, or more people are rotating through there. Or if you even know the map really well, you know where a lot of people landing solo, so try your best to actually just try and find them, because obviously if you're just rotating and boxing up or whatever, rotating or farming, like I said, you're not really getting kills and you're definitely not going to beat your kill record. So you basically got to figure out what's the best rotation to find people and where will everyone else be rotating. And then it comes into the next tip, is you got to push everyone and fight everyone you see. Now, like I said, depending on your kill record, if it's only 6 or 7 and you have 5 kills and there's 20 people left, obviously you can play a little bit more passive, you can play a little bit more smart. Only take fights that you know you can win. But again, if you're going for a high kill game, or you only have 4 kills and your high kill game's 8, well then you're going to have to play a little bit more aggressive, which basically means every single time you see someone, or every single time you see 2 people fighting, you got to cycle and you got to push in. Try and get some AR chip damage shots, and then just push in and shotgun and box fight them. Which kind of goes into my next tip, is you need to end fights quickly. This is so important. And it's changed the meta. Like back in season 3 or 4, it was really hard to end fights quickly because everyone would just build and build and build. There was 999 mats for every single resource. People were back in those playground days where basically everyone would just grind to the max height and you'd fight, which was really fun. But nowadays it's not like that. In season 10, people would impulse away, they'd grapple away, they'd launch pad away. Well, now in season 11 or Fortnite chapter 2 season 1, basically there is no mobility as of right now. As of making this video, this could change, but right now you can't really run from a fight unless they're really far away sniping or ARing at you, or you're really low, or whatever the case is. So basically, if you push someone, you need to end the fight quickly, and especially now because they can't run. Like sometimes you'd fight someone and they'd impulse away, then you chase them, they'd impulse away, then you chase them, and they impulse away, and that's like 2 or 3 minutes gone, right? So basically, you need to learn how to box fight them, or just get that big shot right away, so then they're a little bit nervous, they don't know what to do, they mess up, and then you just clean up the kill quickly. Basically, every fight should be taking around 30 seconds to a minute maximum, because obviously the longer you take kind of with the farming, the less chance you have at getting a high kill game, and the less chance you have at finding more people. So this is the last tip I'm probably going to give, and it is, again, not really a big one, but it could just help you net an extra 1 or 2 kills, is basically shoot your gun while rotating. If you have good ammo or whatever the case is, literally just look up in the sky or whatever and just shoot an AR bullet every like couple 20 seconds, 15 seconds, or shoot your SMG, whatever the case is. Basically just chill and just shoot, because basically if you can't find anyone, most people, if they hear you shooting, they're going to think you're fighting and they're going to come in for a third party. But so yes, unfortunately you may get those times where you get AR'd in the back for 100 damage, or you get, for example, sniped or something like that, which is unfortunate. There's nothing really you can do about it. But if you really need kills, just shooting your gun is a really good way to do it, and you have to be confident enough to be able to win those fights, because if you're scared to get in fights and you're shooting your guns to people come and fight you, you're obviously not going to do that well. So hopefully you guys enjoyed this video. If you did, make sure you slap a like button on it, comment what you want to see for a future video, hit that subscribe button, and like I said, make sure you use creator code WraithFN in the item shop. It would mean the world to me, and I'll see you guys all in the next video. Have a good one, everyone. Peace.